even after we take one door, there is a possibility that because of the size of the patient, this is not enough room, and we have to continue get rid of this door and get rid of the B-post. What we're going to do now is we're going to get rid of the back door, but what we're going to do first is we're going to cut it from the hinge side. The way it sits now, it would be very hard for the cutters to get in there and make its cut. What we're going to do is come in with our jaws, open our jaws a little bit, spread the door away from the B-post, exposing the hinges a little better, and coming in and cutting the hinges with the cutters. Once we do that, we're going to open it up the same way we just did the front door, cut the staple, and then we're going to work on our B-post. Once again, it just depends on what you have and how you want to attack it. If we had continued working with our jaws, there's a good chance we would have gotten the hinges off that way. But as you can see, we were starting to break away the door, the outside layer of the door. And once you start doing that, you kind of fighten the door. So it probably is better right now to come in and cut it. But if you can get your jaws in there in a good position and you extend your jaws, you may blow the hinge right off the door and accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, but you accomplish it without having to cut it. Alright, third arm is also preventing this door from coming out. As you can see, we can see the door, we can see the third arm a little bit. So we're going to try to get in there with our cutters and try to cut it. If not, we're going to come in and cut it with the spreader. Not going to get it, so we're coming in with the jaws. Alright, now what we're going to do, same thing we did in the front. You're either going to be faced with a nader pin or a staple. Doesn't matter. Sometimes you can't get in all the way to cut both sides of the staple. You have to just cut one. But now we just come in with our cutters and cut the staple. We've gotten rid of both our doors now. Now we're going to simulate the fact that we need to remove the B-post to get better access to the patient. EMS sometimes likes this because now the car is wide open. They don't have to move around the patient that much as they bring him out of the car. One of the first things we want to do is to cut the seatbelt. Anytime we're going to cut the B-post, we want the seatbelt off the patient. Also, as long as the patient is not being held in by the seatbelt, as soon as we get a firefighter inside the car, it's a good thing that you cut him out of the seatbelt. Right? That prevents any of the pretensioners that are on some of these newer automobiles from accidentally firing and tightening the seatbelt on the patient. So it's pretty good SOP from the department. As long as the patient's not being held in, like he's upside down and the seatbelt's holding him in the seat, is to cut the seatbelt on arrival. That way we eliminate any problems that may occur with the pretension. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut the seatbelt. All right, once the seatbelt's cut, the firefighter inside the car is going to cover the patient's head because we are going to be cutting here. That firefighter is also going to be reassuring the patient, telling the patient that there's going to be noise close to their head so they don't get further scared during the accident. All right, so what we're going to do now is come in and cut the top of the B-post. once the top of the A post, the B post is cut, and what we want to do is anytime you cut the B post, you want to cut it as high as possible, like we did. That eliminates the mechanism for the seat belt because there's extra metal in there. A lot of the new cars also have the boron steel in the B post. If you're having an extrication with a newer automobile, you got to anticipate problems with your cutters. If you don't have the most up-to-date cutters, there is a chance that you're not going to be able to cut through it. And we'll go over later on in this video. We're going to go over different ways to get by that if you don't have the newer cutters. So what we did now is we cut the top of the B post. There are times, depending on the car, that you can take the B post and just bend it down, right? In this particular case, that's not going to happen. So after we cut here, we're going to make two cuts slow and completely remove the B post. As you can see, when we were cutting the B post, the cutters went inside the door. It wasn't a problem because there was no patient there. But now that we're going to cut the front of the car, the front of the B post, near the victim, we have to protect the victim from the tool wanting to kick in. And the reason the tool kicks in is depending on what jaw grabs first. So just to be safe, anytime you're going to use a cutter around a patient, you got to stick a 6-foot metal hook between the cutter and the car so the tool does not go into the patient. Now the B post is completely out of the way. Now if you went in with your cutters, if the EMS wanted us to, we could cut the back of the seat, lay the seat down, put a longboard in there, put the patient on the longboard and bring him out.